Hello friends, welcome back to my channel with my super dark eyebrows. I've literally just tinted my eyebrows and I may have left it on for a smidge too long. Today, I am doing my final run of makeup from my travel makeup bag. I don't know what order I'm going to post these in, but if I have already posted what's in my travel makeup bag, toiletries, etc., I'll link that below. If not, look out for it soon. I like to do this every single time even if this is, even if it was for an eye away, it's not really that important, is it? But especially for like an actual holiday, pack your travel makeup bag a little while in advance and then do your makeup from the bag. At very least, do it like a couple of days out and use it once to make sure you're not missing something. The number of times I've forgotten a mascara, it's crazy, it's ridiculous. So this is what I like to do. I kind of was prepared for this quite a way in advance. I was trying to get away from that doing everything last minute this time, which I've done pretty well at, but it also means that I have swapped some things out from this bag over the past couple of weeks, and I'm glad that I gave myself that time because there were some things in here that I was like, nah, that's not right. So I've pulled out all of my things. I have got a couple of things that I want to talk about as we go through as well, that I've been like weirdly not loving, but we'll get into that. So first and foremost, my Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer. Love this so much. It gives my skin a beautiful glow. I also have just brought down the tiny mirror that I've put in this bag just to see, like, realistically, can I do my makeup? I think I can. I think I can manage it, but it is not what I'm used to. I am imagining I'm going to be doing this either in bed or by a window, but there's all four of us, including my 18-year-old daughter, Ella, sharing a room, especially given that there's two women in the room. We're not both going to be able to be in a New York bathroom at the same time getting ready. So this is why I brought this tiny mirror, and this is why I want to see, like, realistically, can I actually use this to get ready? Probably, but we need to test that. The NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser is the foundation that I'm bringing. I suppose it's a tinted moisturiser, not a foundation, but I love this stuff. It's got SPF 30. Is it SPF 30? It is. I'm not putting on SPF underneath this today because I'm actually not going out of the house. I'm just filming this video and possibly a couple of others, but I'm not leaving the house. I'm not going to be kind of sitting in my office by the window with the blind open. So I just don't want to waste the SPF, honestly, but I do have SPF in that bag. That was one of the first things that I checked. Although I know a lot of people don't like to rely on their makeup to be their SPF, and obviously I think that's the best move, I also think that there are so many people still to adopt the daily SPF. I was literally talking about this. I was talking about it at work, and because we were all talking about it at work, it's all I got advertised for about a week and a half afterwards on Instagram because our phones are listening to us. And I was actually surprised the number of young people in my office who wear SPF every day. One of them was a boy, and he has a real specific skincare routine. He said he had bad skin when he was a teenager, and so he's just kind of got a really good habit with it now. But I was really surprised, and it seemed to be more the kind of, I'd say, Gen Z that I work with. The older people were a bit like, that's not really necessary. I will admit, I don't know whether or not I would have been as diligent with SPF had I not been prone to pigmentation, because I've got like melasma and a lot of discoloration in my skin. That's really the reason that I got mostly into, like, this is really important to do. Absolutely vanity reasons. Absolutely. It's not health reasons. But my dad has had skin cancer. And I think that it's one of those things that, although we should be wearing proper SPF every single day, if you are finding it hard to get into your routine and your step into it is to find a base product like a tinted moisturiser or a foundation that's got SPF in it, baby steps. You know, that SPF is better than no SPF at all. And I was watching a video with a dermatologist, and she was saying she uses this specifically as her SPF day to day. She works in a city. She's not outside every day, all day, but kind of going from building to building, she felt like that was enough. So I felt like, okay, if I forget one day, or if I'm at least using that on top of my regular SPF, I kind of feel good about that. But I realize it's one of those, It's a hot button issue people feel strongly about. This, I was putting this directly on my face. This is the Pixi On The Glow Bronze Tinted Moisture Stick. I was swiping this onto my skin and I was kind of finding that, especially with my pigmentation, it was disturbing the foundation or the moisturizer underneath, and it was kind of looking a little bit patchy. So I started applying it like this from the brush. So much nicer. I get that it's not that swipe on easy thing, but it applies so much nicer. It's so much more even. And although I'm taking other things with me, for the past week or so, whenever I've been doing my makeup from this makeup bag, this is what I've been doing. And I kind of feel like this is gonna be my day-to-day. Like a little bit of tinted moisturizer, a little bit of this. It gives me such a gorgeous bronzy glow. I haven't even been doing blush or anything, and even over the nose. Who do I think I am? Right, I'm gonna use this for the sake of the video, but I've been really annoyed with it recently. This is the only concealer that I'm taking with me. It is the concealer. It's the YSL Touche Éclat, Touche Éclat, whatever you wanna call it, High Cover Radiant Concealer. The other one is like a highlighter pen. So it will deflect, it like reflects light in certain areas. So it kind of does a highlighty / concealery type thing, but it doesn't have coverage. This does have coverage and it's a really nice formula. It's very lightweight, really natural, doesn't kind of look cakey on the skin at all. My problem is the packaging. Already I feel like I've used it all up and I've had it for less than a month. I'll pump it, nothing comes out. I'll pump it, I would like put it on my hand now and nothing would come out. And then all of a sudden I'll pump it and it splatters. I don't know if it's clogged, I don't know what the situation is, but it drives me insane. It's an expensive product, and I mean, that's 2 pumps and it is the tiniest amount of product. It's driving me crazy. I initially was really pleased with this. I thought it was a great product. I thought 100% I'm gonna buy this again. From using it for a little bit longer, I think that there's a good chance, I pumped out too much. I have more sponges. I think there's a good chance that I'm going to get to the end of that sooner than I would like. The packaging has really failed it for me, and the packaging should be a huge upside of that. The whole thing of it being like a brush pen, it's supposed to be the easiest packaging in the world. It was the first thing to do that. It was a real game changer at the time, and I don't know if it's just mine that's not very good, or maybe it's the concealer pen. The formula is thicker and so it clogs. I don't know, but it's really annoying me. Can you see, like, that's really brightened. It's given quite a lot of coverage in that small amount of product. It's just been bugging me. It's been bugging me in a way that a £30 product shouldn't bug me. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm taking it with me as an option, but I don't know whether or not I'm going to actually do this every day. We'll see. I was doing eyeshadow a little bit more often because I was doing my makeup from this bag, and I swapped out the colours a couple of times. So again, another tick in the box for do your makeup from the travel makeup bag a couple of times before your trip, because I decided that the colours that I was using weren't quite right. So I swapped them out. They're all kind of samey, to be honest. I've got very basic. These are MAC shades. I think it's Espresso, Naked Lunch, Tatar Tint, and I'm going to have to check this one because I swapped it out. Woodwinked. They are oldies and goodies. I'm going to just do Tatar Tint over the whole lid. That's my current. It's kind of like the equivalent of doing like a bronzer all over your lid. I really like that. I like that overall bronzed look. I really like a matte shadow. I remember years and years ago when I first got this particular shade, I saw a makeup artist on the MAC counter wearing it. And of course I couldn't ask her what she was wearing. How mortifying would that be? Couldn't possibly speak to the woman and just ask her. She's literally there to sell me a product. So instead I went and like swatched so many different eyeshadows. I bought ones thinking it was that one. I was convinced it was like an orange. And eventually I found the right one, and it looked completely different in the pan than it did. I mean, look, maybe it doesn't look like different to you, but I think it looks a lot warmer than it does in the pan. I thought it was kind of like a brick orange red colour when I saw it on her. Although there is something to be said for colour theory, it might have looked very different on her. It's got a real warmth to it. Anyway, I love this. Sheared out, it is kind of a bronzery shade. And then I'm wearing it quite dense today. And it's quite orangey, but I really like it. I remember when the warm eyeshadows were really trendy. I can't remember which Naked palette it was. Was it Naked? No, maybe like, was there a Heat palette? Am I making that up? But there was one that was kind of really warm, and I was like, God, I hate that this is a trend. It doesn't suit me at all. At that time, I was like all over cool shades. What was I thinking? Warm shades are totally my vibe. I'm also going to use a little bit of that espresso, that super dark brown, just to go over my lash line a little tiny bit. I'm not taking like a pencil brush or like a liner. Usually I'll do this with like a real thin pointy liner brush. I'm not taking one of those because I'm just going soft at the moment with my powder liner. And then I also have in this bag of goodies somewhere. Oh, do I? Have I found the first thing that's missing? I might have. Yeah, I don't have an eyeliner in here. I really thought I had. Okay, this is why we do this. I need an eyeliner. I have some great eyeliners that I absolutely love from Physicians Formula. They came in a trio. It was matte, satin, and there's another one that's not coming to me. Shimmer, maybe, of all the same brown. And I need to make sure that that's in there. I just like to kind of tightline the upper lash line. Also, I don't really need to do this right now because I literally just did my brows, but I have it. I make sure I have it. This is the NYX micro brow pencil in taupe. I just like to go over this bit just here. It's kind of higher than my actual brow goes, but it is where my microblading has faded and it's gone a little bit red, which, to be fair, they look pretty good right now because I've just tinted them. There's a lot to be said for tinting your brows when your microblading has faded pink, because tinting your brows does weirdly also tint your skin. When I first started doing this, I told myself I was going to do it once a week, and I did it and then waited like 6 weeks and thought, well, I'll wait until near a holiday. And now we're here. A little bit of brow gel. This is Anastasia brow gel. I realised, I was talking about this in another video, and I said I was so disappointed with it because the reviews were great and it doesn't really hold my brows in the way that I thought that it would. I bought the wrong one. There's a difference between the brow gel and the brow freeze. So now, thankfully, I just bought the mini one, although it was still £10. Still £10. So I am going to pick up, possibly while we're away, a mini of the brow freeze in this packaging, because I just want to be able to push up the brows in those corners to hide that faded microblading. That's kind of what I want to be able to do. What else? I have my mascara. I have my lash curlers, which, fun fact, Milo saw me using these the other day and he thought it was to cut your eyelashes off. He thought that is what we were doing with this device. Then when I explained to him what it actually was, that it was to curl your eyelashes up, he said, why would you want to do that? Because then they can't do their job. Very pragmatic. Like, eyelashes are there to protect your eyes. They're supposed to be down. Why would you want them to be up and away from your eyes? Because then what's the point in having eyelashes? And I can't disagree with him. What are we doing? I've got a very broken Hourglass ambient lighting powder that I'm bringing with me, and that's what I'm going to kind of set my makeup with. And I feel like I possibly need a matte one as well. I haven't got it in my makeup bag, but maybe that needs to go in my like day-to-day. Like, I'll have a little pouch of makeup with me for touch-ups that I don't have like in my actual life, but I'll bring it with me if we're on holiday, because you take more pictures of yourself. I'm filming myself while we're on holiday in a way that I don't usually, and they're videos that I'll watch back as well. I don't watch back like regular vlogs, which, by the way, I've been really enjoying vlogs that I've been doing recently. I've been doing them in a different way. just having a lot more fun with them, a lot more kind of creative kind of vlogging that I've been doing. And a couple of people have mentioned it and I really appreciate that. If you haven't been watching my vlogs, or if you've watched my vlogs in the past, maybe give them another go, because it's a very different way of doing it that I've been doing it recently. I'm feeling really good about it. It has been done in such a way that I feel like I'm protecting my heart a little bit. I have been known, she says, I have been known to overshare. I love an oversharing moment, I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, at the moment, I feel like I need to get a bit of a handle on that, you know? So I found a way to do that while still feeling like I'm being really authentic and telling you things. All that is to say, go and check out my vlogs. And again, depending on what order these things happen in, there will be New York vlogs. I'm very excited about it. Right, this is the Hourglass. It's called something like the Phantom Volumizing Lip something. I don't know. Super expensive, but it's so beautiful. And the shade is Crave. Just, if you didn't see me try this before, prepare yourself. It's like a liquid in a lipstick bullet. It's so beautiful. It's like a gloss. Do you know what? I don't think it matches the eyeshadow. I think this is a bit pink and the eyeshadow is a bit too orange. So I bought the one from Elf that is the dupe of this. It's almost a dupe. It's very, very similar. It's a little bit better. And if you want the luxury experience, then that can't be duped, can it? I have no problem with buying an expensive makeup item when I'm excited about buying that expensive makeup item. I have a problem with buying it when it's not fun. You know, like a boring makeup thing. And then you're like, oh, I can't believe I'm spending £30 on this. Do you know what? This. The NARS Tinted Moisturiser. This is so expensive. I absolutely love it. Love it. But it's not like while I'm applying it, I'm like, ooh, it's NARS. It's exciting. There's nothing about this that makes me like, ooh, I love that this is... do you know what I mean? If I could dupe this, I would happily pay half the price. That would be great. But I feel like with lip products, there are certain products that like the experience of using the product, that's what you're paying for. That's what you're paying the luxury price tag for. With a foundation, you don't get that. You don't get like that, ooh, this is special, you know? And this is so expensive. This has got to be the most expensive foundation product that I've ever been like, really, really like this. I would repurchase this as is, but before I do that, I'm going to definitely be pitting it against some potential dupes to see whether or not there is something out there that I like as much for the same money, because I'm irritated by the price of a foundation product. Whereas a lip product, I don't know, it's like fun to reapply. I love the packaging. It's something that's nice to like get out of your handbag, you know? You don't get that same feeling with a foundation. This is just going to go in the bin now because I have just purchased myself. Look at this. A brand spanking new one. Look. This has been cleaned recently. Oh, look at it. It's fresh and new. And then this is like a Primark one. But look at this one. Untouched by man. Yeah, this one's going away. It's got like, there's holes in it. This has been well used. There's actual like claw marks in it. It's past its best. And if you're interested at all, I got this for £5 on Amazon. They had them in the sale, all of the different shades of Beauty Blender. All of the different colours of Beauty Blender, apart from the orange one. And I'm convinced that they had put the orange one away so that we had to buy their like blue special one and pink special one. I just want the orange one. I just want the original one. That's all I wanted. Right, that's it. That's it. My hair was washed today, but I'm in that kind of triangle fluffy headed mode where like, do I want to style my hair? It's been so muggy and warm that I kind of just want to put my hair up. But I am going to film a couple of videos today, so maybe I'll style it. Maybe. I think I'm going to take my hair tongs to New York. I'm not going to take my straightener, but I think it tends to be the cheaper hair tongs work, like dual voltage. And I think the Toni & Guy ones that I have, I think they will work. So I'm going to take those with me. We'll see. I'll show you. Maybe I'll do a little get ready with me while we're in New York. But like I said, I'll definitely be vlogging, so check out my vlog channel. Just check it out anyway. I really feel I've grown as a vlogger in recent times, and it's a different vibe. Also, we're in 4K now. I tell you that because it takes up all the space on my computer. And there's absolutely no way that I can edit those vlogs on my laptop. It's just not happening. We're in 4K. Things have been improved. We have a microphone now. It's 2024. It's only taken me 14 years to really up my game, but I have.